Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new race here for the Sportsman series. Yes, we are finally done with all the All Star Opens. It is time to get back in action here. We are at Dover for race number 6 of the season. It is a points race, and you can see the very competitiveness of the very competitiveness, the just how close these guys are in terms of times. You have, well, actually, the only one that is in the 23 mark, that is Baronet. He has absolutely dominated this season so far, not finishing off the podium in every previous five races here. So, of course, we have Elite Precision, the newcomer to the league, and he is looking for a strong start. So, we're gonna have to hang on. Give me 1 second here. So, we're gonna. BS. Thank you for letting me know about that. I thought there was actually legitimately no sound. You have a vast array of differing strategies here. Some that are, you know what, I'm just going to collect some points, and some that are going for it. You have some fast times up here. Like I said, Baronet's the only one in the 23s. But you have Bad for You, who's also very, very fast here. People saying in chat right now, UK belongs in trucks. Facts. Just facts. I mean, there is nothing else that can be argued with that. That is just end of the sentence right there. Period. So, what can I talk about here? The Sportsman series is back after a very long break. That would be probably the best thing here. Honestly, it was a. Oh man, the All Star Opens kind of mess with the strategy a little bit, but we have a new well set of race tracks that are coming up on the schedule. Let's start with that, the schedule. So we have Dover this week, Charlotte next week. That's going to be a lot of fun to kind of mix match alongside the Coke 300. Then you have Vegas in 2 weeks. Then we have a week off, and then we go to Road America, and then Iowa, and then another week off, Darlington, and Atlanta to finish out the season. So with that, we have 1 more minute actually until all this can happen. I need invites. That would be perfect. As I do that, like I said here, Baronet has absolutely dominated the season so far. We have 150 point separation between himself and literally everyone else in the field. But crucially here, P2 of Kobe is not present in this lobby. That is huge because Tomboy, who is sitting P3 in the standings, will just inherit that by just showing up. So, huge implications here. Another few drivers that are missing here is Jose Protege as well as Jordan Jalja. Oh, these guys are definitely looking for a good night here. That would be probably the best thing. That is probably what these guys are looking for. But we also have a couple new faces in the field as well. So with that, we got our first invite, so I can actually finally unpause the timer. So yeah, with all of these guys here, that is the best thing to do. A couple new guys here. Do the Do is one, and then you also have always Eric making his debut in the trucks as well. He's already done in the Challenger side of things, but he's now looking for it here in the trucks. So that is probably one thing to really look on right now. So I think Dover is going to be a hard track here. Look, as we are just kind of counting down the timer, I think probably the someone's going to try the two stop. I will say that. It's technically a three stopper here because of Dover being so tight on fuel and all that. Fuel and tires. We have probably a big assortment of drivers that can go that extra step. Really, it's only saving 4 laps in order to go the distance, but the 3 stop is technically what you, if you don't save tire or don't save fuel, that is what you're going to naturally be on. But Dover chews up fuel like no other, and I think we have something, a little bit of a strategy game that these guys are going to be with here. So I have 2 streams up right now. UK and are the only ones in chat commenting. Make some noise. Who you rooting for right now? But I do have Hunty Street up right now, so I know where we can actually get some lap info. So that would be actually perfect. All 8 of you guys watching, thank you so much for coming on out. We are about to go green here. So, like I said, Baronade on pole. He has already actually technically punched his ticket to the Clash, but watch this. This is going to be the nature of Dover right here. We're going to go front to back cam. The apron is going to be aggressive, and same thing with coming off of turn 2 and turn 4. This track narrows up right now. Watch this. People swaying to the left right there. In fact, actually, let's go to the rear from do the do and watch how these guys deal with turn 4. Oh, a couple of guys already getting into it, bouncing off the apron, and just like that, everyone holds it for lap 1. So let's go. So, you have we have a lot of different drivers here that can actually go get it done. Your guy Michael, what's up, man? How you doing, Jose? In chat right now. That is definitely showing some love to WRX Mike right there. And then we also have Nathan pulling for all of his guys on GRI. Actually missing a couple guys from GRI right now, so that is going to be big thing as Elite kind of gets to the 16's nose right there and kind of squashes them into the apron a little bit. No cautions here, so keep in mind these guys are just looking for a nice clean run. So pit stops are going to be at a premium because as long as everyone kind of minds their P's and Q's, whatever you're on, you're on. You know, you kind of have to make the storylines yourself. So always Eric, like I said, making his debut in the trucks right now. He's already made his debut in other series. He's actually a winner. He was actually invited to the All-Star race, but he decided to not show up. To each his own. So a bunch of these guys actually were invited to the All-Star. Baronet as well. He won segment 1. You have Elite Precision, who was invited. He unfortunately was at a family event and could not go. Same thing with Hunty, but look at Jagger, the 51 right there. Kind of bouncing off of the, I think I went past him already. Yeah, bouncing off the apron, that is going to be huge. This little pack right here is going to be a big to-do here. As you see the 51 kind of get into the back of the 21 right there. The 23 is going to show his nose saying that, hey, I want to have that spot. But the 51 having the high side momentum, as I see a truck getting way loose. That was the 26 of Clay getting way loose in the back right there, as they are 3 wide for a hot second coming off of 4. These guys holding their own, showing that these guys can go and get it done. But look at that pack right there. I have to go on back to this. It is 2 by 2 by almost 2 right there. The 21 clears the pack and looking to kind of get it straight away, but WRX Mike gets into the story square a little bit. Looks like from my POV right there, but bounced off the apron. It'll be 3 wide coming off of 4. Oh my goodness, but they hold on to it. Let's go, guys. Awesome driving. Look at that. But yeah, Dover, the more you battle, I say this for like almost every track, but it's true. The more you battle, the more time you lose. Just even to the 21. Look at what these guys have lost to the 21 himself. That is going to be crucial here in the long run because, like I said, no cautions, there's no resets, there's no stages. So what you have, you have. You have to go and get it yourself. So, man, these guys are better than the Cup guys, says BS. Well, I'll tell you what, Dover is a lot of fun, but it's not fun until you hit that apron or you spin going on the pit road. I've done twice. I've done both of those things, I should say. So yeah, 100 laps is on docket tonight. Currently, we are on lap 10. So, 1/10 of the way there. Actually, I know 100 laps doesn't sound like a lot. This actually race, in terms of time, kind of goes, kind of ticks on by like very slowly. It's really weird if you think about it. But 100 laps does not sound like a lot, but there is a lot of things going on for these guys to really keep their concentration up. You can see right there that we are one big solid line right there. The 23 is going to dive it on down, try to get the spot, but Fluff God holds his own. But the 23, oh, getting right there and has a choke on up, hits the wall a little bit, but everyone does a great job to avoid. And honestly, that's a great point. I'm so glad that I caught that live. At that point, it's just better just to back on off and just realize, you know what, the spot's no longer mine. But because of that, pushing for it, he not only lost the original spot right there, but he lost 4 more in the process. So yeah, a lot of drivers already making their way through the field. Back in the front runners right here, Bernier has led them all right now, but new second place right now. Bad for You has fallen from that spot, and now it's always Eric in that top spot. So, Bernier, like I said, some stats, has yet to finish off the podium. And actually, within that, he has yet to finish P2. It's always been P1 or P3. So, a little bit for a tidbit of stats for you guys. That is going to be crucial for him if he can even continue that. But Elite Precision now makes his way into P3. He has finished, out of his 2 points races that he's shown up for, he started late in the season, 3 races in. He has finished P2 in every single one of them. So I know he's hungry for that first win. He was one of those that was able to get into the All-Star via the All-Star Open. So these top 5 just absolutely driving away from the field. In fact, actually, you can barely see actually P6 from where I'm standing right now, and actually looks like that is a little bit of a change for that spot. That is Story Square now in P6, taking over Trump Train. Jagger, ooh, a little bit of door-to-door touch between him and Fluff God. It looks like these guys are really fighting tires right now. That, like I said, that is going to be crucial now, as Fluff God himself going extremely wide. I think maybe giving up the position back to the 51 right there. Very gentlemanly, very sportsman-like of him. Feel free to unsub now because I'm here all day. Anyway, so going back up to the top 5, the top 5, change of spot right there. Hunty gets it done from Bad For You, but look at the little gap that's being formed right now. I'm on board with the 68 of Hunty right now, and as we are now hitting lap 18, on 18 right now, I should say, we are halfway through this run. The field has spread on out to half the track. So, essentially, right here, Bernier is in turns 3 and 4. There's 17 drivers in this race. P17 is in the middle of 1 and 2. So, that means we're going to be hitting traffic by the time pit stops are occurring. And especially, getting onto pit road is going to be crucial here. It is so hard to do so because just going on board with Hunty, much like in real life, getting on the pit road, let's see here, you're looking, and by the time you realize, oh, it's already passed, and then you have to go around again. Dover, I almost say like every track is so hard to get onto pit road because I suck getting on the pit road. It's like one of my kryptonites. So we have a very difficult pit road. I mean this from the bottom of my heart here, that these guys will be tested on in order to do so. But, like I said, the 21 has called it quits right there. It looks like he is done for the night. He was doing so well, too. He was in that little lead pack right here. So, very interesting. Wonder if he lagged on out or something or other. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys was able to enjoy my pun right there. I came up with it myself. Actually, no, I lied. I had to have someone help me out with it. All of my jokes are pre-written, by the way. I like to thank the Academy for my award here. But going on board with Broadcaster Clay, unfortunately, he was not able to make any of the opens apart from Bristol. and that is because of the death of his grandmother. Of course, thoughts and prayers are with him as he gets through this troublesome time. But we have Broadcaster Clay that, if I'm counting my trucks correctly, is actually in P16. So he is looking to kind of elevate himself up a little bit further as we go on board with Mike, because we have Jose asking about him. That is WX Mike, who is in P7 right now. The for a monster, hot on his heels. That is for P8. Make that P9 and P10 are right on his heels. So here is the top 10 right here with Do completing that caboose. But look at it, how the draft is really helping these guys kind of stay together. We have 3 different packs forming right now. You have the front runners, who are right there here. Of course, led by Baronet, kind of extending his gap on the 16 of Always Eric. So this is the front pack. And then you have the second pack, which is back. Well, I guess not with Jagger anymore. But right there, going into turn 1, that's the second pack. That is 6 through 10. And then you have the third pack, which is 11 through 16. So actually weird how that kind of works out. It's 1 through 5, 6 through 10, and then 11 through 16, with Trump Train being the only one that is out of this race so far. But as I'm looking on board right now, it is lap 24? 26, actually. I wish I could read. So yeah, these guys are coming up on pit stops here soon. But yeah, going on through the rest of the field, just trying to see if there's any battles. I think everyone is basically just kind of minding their P's and Q's until pit stops. That is going to be the biggest thing here. Of course, we're going to be looking for the universal signal on the backstretch. These guys kind of diving it on down to kind of signal, hey, I'm pitting. But that actually allows for the people in the back to kind of snooker the ones in front, because they don't have to technically signal, because they're really not signaling to anyone. Essentially, like Do, for example, bad for you in P5 and P10 respectfully. These guys technically can undercut everyone. Tires are at a premium. I'm looking at Hunty's lap times right now. We've already dropped about 0.7, 0.8 tenths, and you can see right there, Story Square is signaling. That means WRX Mike will have to give way. I'm sure Mike probably doesn't know. Oh, that could have been bad right there. And because of Mike getting out of the way, Monster was able to sneak into the spot. No one else was going on down pit road this time, but we should be seeing the pit road being very, very busy here as we are about to, Baronet right there, getting on down, being a little bit graceful, getting on pit road. Looks like actually I lied a little bit. Oh no, Elite was right behind. I thought he pit the lap before. So yeah, pit stops are officially occurring right now. Hunty is currently, his gas light is on. He should be coming on down this time. In fact, yep, there he goes. He is signaling. Looks like Eric is actually not. So looks like, oh, that could have been really bad right there. So these two are coming on down at the same time. Very respectful of each other right there. Everyone is down and away for the first lap. So then we see, so Story Square is down and away, Jagger's down and away. Baronet and Elite have already hit their box, so there we go, on board with Story Square now. Let's actually take a look at this here. So here is Story Square's outlap, and it's very, very plain and simple, honestly. Stay on the apron until the exit of turn 2, and then everyone is good to go from there. So basically, here is the 23 trying to gain as much positions as possible. By pitting, you essentially lose 2 laps. So there's Elite Precision right up the road right there. That is a lot of time that he gained via just pitting 1 lap earlier. I would have to say that probably was a good gain of about a second and a half, and there he goes. He will now be right battling with the 68. As the 68 is still getting up to speed, there we are. Now he's in that little draft right there. That is the shortstop. In fact, actually, what happened to Bad For You? It looks like he had a bad stop, or either that or he got off of pit lane a little bit too late. Here's WRX Mike, the last one to come off pit road. In fact, actually, it looks like the 44 is just doing the same. So we have a question saying who's in first right now. Pit stops have officially cycled, so this guy, Baronet, is in P1, and look at that gap to Elite Precision in P2. So right now, Baronet doing what Baronet has been the entire season so far, and lead almost every lap so far. But yeah, you have the 99 extending that gap, so that was via a couple different things. He either could have just been how aggressive he was getting on the pit road. Obviously, he wasn't the first one to come on down. So now we're going to see as these guys are now with their setups, who is the faster guy? As we see, the 16. What happened to the 16? He is all the way up in the wall, and he is out of the race. Oh my goodness! What happened to the 16? He was in the podium positions. He was P3. Always, Eric. Oh my goodness! Wow. Anyway, so, going back on board with that, here's WRX Mike, who was the last one to come on down pit road. The 44 is of Do the Do, was one of the first ones to come on down. So if I'm counting my cars correctly, this is P8 right now. Side note, by the way, with always Eric DNFing like that, that puts Hunty into P3 right now, and currently we are on lap 36. So 1/3 of the way through this race right now. Like I said, it's not quite as straightforward as you might think. You don't know who's going to leave before, and if you are going to have an opportunity to kind of close on down the gap. So yeah, Story Square doing an excellent job right there. There they are. There's the bots. I was looking for when they were going to show on up. They were not here for the All-Star race, so I'm glad we can actually get them here for the Sportsman series. Of course, gotta love our neighborhood bots. Anywho, but yeah, Story Square doing an excellent job getting up into P4, and that is just via strategy. But I'm actually curious as to WRX Mike. I think he's in a pit stop out is legal for him to extend by 4 laps. So we'll have to see here if that is what he is going to do. If not, well, I mean, if he can't make it work, then I'm going to be quick think right there. But yeah, as the field is really all by their lonesome right now. Let's kind of take a step back here. 15 trucks remain right now. I should probably learn pronouns. Sorry. 15 trucks remain right now. Here is Ty Racing, who I thought was not going to be here, but I guess he is here. Here is Do the Do catching Tomboy again, who Tomboy shows up every week. God, everyone loves Tomboy. He was the fan vote for this race, and because of that, he has a big fan base on his side. And actually, he's going to be second in points right now, looking very good in order to set himself up for the Light Series. But yeah, right now, Baronet absolutely dominating right now. I will have to do the math, but if he can do it, if he can finish this like this 2 more times, essentially he locks himself in before race 8. I'll have to double check the math on that, but there is a possibility of that. So we could be seeing our first lock into lights here in the next coming weeks. Because after this, we have a this is the halfway mark after this race. So halfway through the season, 6 more races remain. And like I said, Charlotte is up next. So here's Elite Precision here in P2. Baronet there in P1 there. That is the distance in gap between first and second. So because of that, I'm, like I said, very curious as to how these guys are working on out. Did I see more people quit? Yep, the 51 and I do believe the 02 has backed on out for the night. I will have to see in what order that happened, but we lost 2 more, meaning we are down to 13. Oh my goodness, and that is crucial points for these guys as we are going on and around the track. So, what I'm going to do here is take a quick break. I'm going to be on board with Baronet, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. So, one thing that I'm also seeing right here, going into the points, is Baseball Freak. Baseball Freak was on the cut line. He was P10 enter this race. He's no longer going to be P10. I will say that. He is going to drop like a rock. NASCAR Extreme in P12 in the points is also going to drop like a rock. I am very curious as to what and how these guys are going to get back into it. Ty Racing, though, he was 13th in the standing. Same thing with Monster Racing in 14th. These guys, if I'm counting my points correctly, if they finish where they are right now, we will have to see if he can actually, if both of those guys can get back into the top 10. They were there at one point. Now they're not. So, a lot of these guys, like I said, there's a lot on the line here. With 13 drivers remaining, there are potentially some big moves to be had. Here's Elite, who has lost touch with Baronet. Baronet is put the gap on the 17 here, probably to a gap of 2 seconds, I would say. Maybe 2.5. I have a question about where Mike is, so let's actually take a gander at it. Here's Story Square, who's P4. Mike looks to be in P... let's see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8 right now. So Mike is in P8, and if that is him coming off of turn 2, he is about half a track behind our leader. So, yeah, so as he's going in the middle of 1 and 2, yes, Baronet is already coming off of turn 2 right here. So, yeah, about half a track behind. Do though, coming in strong with his first start of the season. He is in P6, 1 spot away from the top 5, with Bad For You just being in front of him. That is P5. But yeah, definitely, I see a question from Jose in chat right now asking, what does Mike need to do to be in first? Strategy at this point. With no cautions, no guaranteed yellows with stage breaks, these guys are essentially left to their own devices. Strategy is going to be important. You can see that Mike is definitely trying to make it work. At least that's what I'm assuming. I could be wrong. We'll have to see as our next round of pit stops are soon to be occurring. But because of that, there's a lot of people on the line. So let's go back to our conversation about points. Lower down the order, the Fluff God, who was 17th in the standing. Same thing with Elite. Precision, who was 18th. Keep in mind, Elite started 3 races into the season. He's already up to P18 in the standings. Bad For You in P20. WRX Mike in P21. There's a lot of guys that are going to be moving forward. And apparently, I am correcting myself. I apologize about that. There's Elite Precision, who is going to be short-stopping to get the jump on everyone else. There is... I was incorrect about Always Eric. He has made a truck start before. In fact, actually, I should probably always double-check my stats before that happens. That is at... just this past race at Richmond. So I apologize for my mistake there. But yeah, he has started. He was currently P27. So just by starting the race, he's going to move on up in that standing. But yeah, a lot of these guys here are going to be moving on forward. So Patton's stats are wrong. Well, I'm always wrong about my stats, and I make them. UK says in the chat. But yeah, so I noticed that the 4 and the 17 stopped while I was doing my raid right there. And look at that. That is the difference between fresh tires and old tires. The 4 is just going to march away. He is not even going to worry about strats. Here is the 17. That's going to kind of put the 99 in a little bit of the hot seat. When is the 99 going to come on down? Currently, he is yet to do so, but stops are soon on the way. We have the Hunty's tire indicator already on right now, so he is going to be coming on down pretty soon, probably next time by, as we can see right behind that he has yet to stop. Everyone hitting their box right now. Up. There we go. Broadcaster Clay having a good run right now. He should be back into the top 10. Here's Tomboy coming on down. The 99 has indeed pit. So if I'm counting my... Yep, right there. The 68 is on down this time. So it looks like, yep, pit stops are in full swing right now. 42 laps are on deck right now. So I'm actually curious as to when the 33 is going to come on down. If he is on the same strategy that I've been calling this entire time. It's going to be rough at this juncture, but we're gonna have to see. If he can snooker a win out of this, it'd be insane. But we'll have to keep an eye on that though. So everyone is, I do believe, back on track. At least Baronade is. There he is right there. But look at that. By the difference of pitting early, the 17 was able to catch the 99. So that is the difference of when you decide to pit. Crucial for the 17's race. But you can see that the fresher tires are holding the 99 at bay, holding the 17 at bay, and he is now pulling away. So it looks like, yep, WRX Mike is indeed abandoning that strat because we are now far too many laps in. The 44 is coming on down. Has Baronet pit? Yes, he has. In fact, he will collect the lead here in one hot second. With 40 laps on the board, there is no way that these guys are going to be coming on down. But, crucially, what these guys could be doing, the people that are pitting this time, instead of taking 4 tires, they could take 2. So they could still jump positions, but they're not ending the race on this. So, interesting developments here all around. So as Hunty cycles on past the pit lane, he will regain P3. Yep, there he goes. Actually, no, he's still in P4. I wonder... No, okay. That makes sense, because Story Square jumped him right there. So that is what I'm seeing. So like I said, I'm watching a Hunty stream right now, so that's what I'm basing it off of. So yeah, here's the 44 and the 33 right now. These guys have been locked into the battle that they have been. They were been pitting on the same lap, but yeah, there's no way that these guys can pit. Basically, that was their last stop. I don't see it happening anymore. So the strategy, the dream is dead, unfortunately. But let's actually take a gander at, let's go through the field, I should say. So there's, right in front of this number 38 is the 99 of Baronet. Right behind this 38 is the 17 of Elite Precision. That is P1 and P2 respectfully. Story Square, where are you? Right in front of this 68 is the 23 of Story Square. He is P3. The 68 is P4. And 6 seconds of a gap between Hunty and Baronet, by the way. That is the gap of him entering turn 1 as Baronet exits turn 2, just for example. Right behind this little pack, though, is the 10 of Bad For You, wherever he is. Looks like Keith has called it a night. The 10 of Bad For You right here. So he is in P5. P6, basically in his own little world right now. P6 will belong to the drivers that we were just on board with. That was WRX Mike and Do the Do. So good job from them. As we are now seeing drivers being lapped. The 38 has already been lapped. 26 is now trying to get that spot back from the 38, who is 2 trucks in front of him. So WRX Mike is out. He's not out of the race, but he's out of contention to win, unfortunately. In fact, actually, he gained a spot right there, so that is P6 on the board for him. So good job from WRX Mike. A top 5 is always good. Keep in mind, at the end of the day, he is not looking for wins. He's said as much. He's not looking for wins. He is looking to get into the top 10 in points so he can get to lights next season. He wants to be out of the truck series. He doesn't want anything to do with these things anymore. So you can see that these guys have now really spread on out right now. A lot of these guys are really just kind of minding their P's and Q's. With that, we have Monster is 5th. No respect for Monster. Where is Monster at? He has literally been falling under my radar. Well, Hunty literally does not do anything but watch his fuel and tire indicator. So I was a little confused. So where is Monster at? Where is this dude at? There he is. Monster's P5. So that means Bad For You is P6, and then WRX Mike is P7. So I apologize, Jose. That was a little bit of my bad. Anywho, we have the rest of the field right now. 12 drivers are still in the race right now because of Keith either lagging out or leaving, parking it for the night, either way. 5 drivers are out of this race. So it looks like the Fluff God is going to be P10 if I'm counting my trucks correctly. And P11, P12 is now swap position. So Broadcaster Clay in that spot with Ty right behind. So top 5 is enough for next season. No, top 10 is at top 10 in points is what moves on to lights. It's hard to tell because, I mean, after this race, it's only halfway through the season. So, but if he continues on these top 5 streaks, I would say, yeah, he has a very good chance of making it. But it depends. If we have more drivers currently in the top 10, like right now, Jose Protege, he was doing so well, but this is his 2nd straight race that he has missed. And because of that, he is now probably going to fall out of the top 10. Unless he's trying to do it intentionally and just, like, in order to make it interesting, you know? But yeah, P6 in the standings for Jose. Kobe, who's P2 in the standings, like I said, has not shown up. If we have more of these, then we have there's a definite chance for a lot of these guys to get in. WRX Mike, Bad For You, Elite Precision. Well, Elite Precision has also been P2 in every race so far. He is doing all he can. I saw him actually come on down pit lane in order to get his last stop of the night. It is 26 to go right now, so coming up on the final quarter of this run. So yeah, he's short-stopping Baronet right now, trying to make it work. In fact, actually, you can see WRX Mike not quite happy with what happened right there, and he is going to be coming on down with Monster. So he's everyone now essentially just getting their final stops done and over with, so these guys can go and just run the rest of the race in peace. Tomboy, though, looking mighty strong right now as he is just circling the track. There's Bad For You. Do the Do is actually closing the gap for Bad For You, so maybe Do is going to be in the top 5 spot. Hunty, though, currently in P2 as of right now, but he is far from the leader. Like I said, still 6-second gap, quickly extended actually to 6.4 as of right now. So yeah, these guys are definitely looking to just get their final stop done and over with, so they don't have to worry about Dover anymore. In fact, actually, there is Tomboy making his final stop. Bad For You currently out on worn tires. That is, like I said, fresh versus old right there. Bad For You currently in with Story Square still out on track. There's Do pulling the trigger right now. When does Baronade come on down? I'm sure... Actually, I wonder if Baronade's going to try to take 2 tires. That will essentially solidify his win, but at the same time, it's a big risk. If he can't get that truck underneath him, then Elite Precision is just going to close on down with those 4 fresh tires and be at a tire disadvantage to his competitor. But right now, I'm looking at the times put on by at least by Hunty, and I can only assume that Baronades are running the same time, is a stark drop in time. It's about 8 tenths of a second between what his fastest time is and what his time that he's setting now. So in the times that he set earlier in the race was a 24-1, and Hunty is running in the 24s. Ooh, a little bit of a lag surge right there, so interesting. In the 24s to 25s right now, so yeah, definitely these guys are looking to get on down into pit road. Currently, the top 4 has yet to pit, or actually I think top 5 now, so make that the top 4 now. Make that the top 3 now, as Bad For You goes and pulls the trigger now. So yeah, like I said, these guys are really looking to maybe do a little bit of strategy here and try to maybe take 2 tires. But again, that's a risk that I personally don't want to take, because that 17 of Elite had just passed the 99 of Baronade to unlap himself. You lose around a lap and 3/4, lap and a half, lap and 3/4, depending on how aggressive you go on the pit road, by just running normally. Baronade has to be thinking about pitting here soon, as we are now approaching 17 to go, 17 right there. Yeah, Elite has just went to unlap himself for one of his 2 laps back, so it looks like he may have maybe got on pit road a little bit too calmly, but we'll have to see here if that's going to be how things are going to run here. It looks like Hunty is going to be stopping this time, short stopping. Nothing indicates that he has to pit, but it looks like he's just going to. So yep, there goes Hunty pulling the trigger, and that probably brings Story Square along with him. Actually, no, Story Square already pit. Yep, there he is. He's coming off pit lane right now. So everyone has the same trucks. Yes, everyone has their own trucks. This is presets. There is no customs here. So there's the 4 monster pulling away from Do the Do. I don't think actually Do the Do has already come on down. So I quickly lied about that. Looking on, seeing if there's any messages. Currently none. Kobe saying in the Discord he forgot about the race. Ooh, he can't be doing that. So yeah, these guys here coming on down. It looks like Baronade has stopped for his final time. I saw him come on down. The 68 goes and leaves as the 99 hits his mark, and that will be for his final stop. We're going to be on board with him to see if he's going to try the 2 tires. I don't think he will, but if he does, then kudos to him. But Baronade, yep, looks like he is going to go for the 4 tire run. So let's quickly find Elite Precision. Here he is. So Baronade coming off a pit lane. There's the lead change for Elite. That means we will have a new leader coming off of this this stint right here. Broadcaster Clay currently is the leader right now. So yeah, actually, yeah, there you go, bro. Let's go, Clay. That's 5 bonus points in your bank. So he is running it out right now. So he's the leader, but he's coming on down. Oh, but Hunty doesn't realize he's coming on down, and he misses pit road. Oh, my goodness, he didn't signal. The 26 didn't signal. So Hunty, not knowing he was coming on down, that is why you signal. Oh, my goodness, that could have been bad. Wow. So the 26 coming on down for his final stint, I should say. Here's Tomboy racing with Fluff God, so good race for him. Let's check on in with the leaders right now. So there's the 99 is approaching the 17. We are on lap 89 right now, so 12 laps to go. And at the rate that he's closing in, I think the 99 will be coming on in, unless the 17 puts on some dicey maneuvers. We will see here. You know, this is fancy flying, as we say in the Star Wars. But no, quickly within a lap, he's already caught onto the draft, and the 99 is latching back onto the 17. And as long as he minds his P's and Q's, coming to 10 to go at the line, the 17 kind of half blocks, but gives him room. Very respectful. And that is the lead back. So the 17 does get a point for leading a lap right there. So, hey, you know what? Credit where credit's due. But the 99 has the tire advantage. And what essentially this means for the 99 is insane. Here is the rest of the pack, though. Here, all of these guys are for position, I should say. So this, if I'm counting my trucks correctly, is P6 on. So WRX Mike has it. Monster wants it, and Bad For You fell from what was the top 5 now into P8. So yeah, these guys are definitely looking for a good run here. Can I update positions? Oh yeah, I was actually in the middle doing that. So here's P1 and P2 right here. Hunty is in P4 with Story Square just being in front of him. That's for P3. So P3 in the 23, P4 in the 68. P5 should be... he's around here somewhere. Well, I guess maybe... looks like it's going to be WRX Mike, actually. So, yeah, here's P5. P6 goes for the 10 as a little bit of a dicey maneuvering right here. These all are for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I was one truck off. But, yeah, these guys, big maneuver right here. So, yeah, like I said, P5, 6th, 7th, and 8th with the 44 right there. So good start all around. Here is P10 with Tomboy getting out of the way for of the 99. The 20, the 00 is actually going to be in P10, P9 right there. Here's P10 of Tomboy. P11 is Ty. P12 is Broadcaster Clay. So yeah, all of these guys, currently 3 different leaders based on what I've been seeing. 4, I should say. With the 99, the 17, the 26, and 33, all leading a lap, which I think also do in the 44, getting a lap led as well. But yeah, these guys are now coming down to the final 5 laps in this race. In fact, actually, let's kind of go on board with the leader here. Coming to 4, he is going to be trying to lap P9 in this race, and I think that I think Baronet already has a hand on the trophy, essentially. Tomboy is going to go into P2, but with Baronet exiting the points, exiting this race, the point gap is, I think, literally going to be an entire race that he could miss and still have the point lead. And I should mention that this is using Winston Cup Series points, meaning essentially 3, 4, and 5 points per position. So yeah, these guys putting on a monster of a job right now. 2 to go. Coming at the line, Hunty was indeed getting that spot for from Story Square. So Story Square putting on a heck of a show, but unfortunately Hunty with the fresher tires could not hold him off. 99 just hoping the 00 kind of gives him a little bit of space, knowing that this is the final lap, or maybe the 99 is just going to say, like, you know what, I'll just push you. White flag is out one more time around, and shoot, what can I say about this kid? 17 years old, first season in MRL, and putting on a dominating performance. Yeah, he is just rocking the 00 right now. Just kind of is like, you know what, you go and have it. But coming to the line, that is the checkered flag, and Baronet wins at the Monster Mile for his 4th win of the season. Hunty spinning at the line, same thing with Story Square. Quickly go on board with the rest of these guys. Oh, looks like WRX Mike. Oh, he's ran out of fuel. What happened with him? Did he underfuel the truck? I have seen that before. I've done that before. It looks like he underfueled the truck. And because of that, he limps across the line. If I'm counting my positions correctly, in P8 actually. So it looks like yeah, that's right. So P7 actually now belongs to Do the Do. Or sorry, the Fluff God with Bad For You getting P5. Do the Do belongs to P9. I wonder what happened there. If he also underfueled the truck. Oh, that could have been disastrous. But Tomboy getting the final spot there. In fact, actually, yeah, you can see it right now. He is pitting. That they only do that under AI control when they are on empty. So looks like Do the Do also with the also running fuel. Bananas at the end. Source score with the fascist lap. Don't quote me on that. Don't clip that. With the fastest lap, and with a 24 flat. So excellent job. Let's get these guys up into the booth. Yeah. So we're gonna blue screen here for a hot second. Give me one. We'll be right there. So let's see here. All right, there we go. So, like I said, I apologize for blue screening right there. So we have a very interesting running order, actually, because like I said, Bad For You with a wonderful job there in P5. Story Square try to hold on to it, but finishing actually within a second behind Hunty here. So as we are just letting everyone to kind of fill on in here, we already have a lead who's actually joining in for a post-race interview. Wow, that's awesome. So we're just going to wait for everyone to get on in here. I wonder if I have my results yet so I can actually see where exactly the DNFs finished, because like I said, I was not quite familiar if Racing or Napier finished in front of Jagger, or if it was the other way around. I guess we're going to find out now here. Oh, but I guess as we wait for these guys get up in here, let's actually do it like this. Elite, we are in a very tight points battle, I should say. So normally we start with P3, but I see them trickling in right now. But Elite, we're going to start with you. We have a very tight points battle between the cut line, I should say. Top 10 in points gets into Xfinity. A lot of these guys are looking to get out of trucks as quickly as possible. And Elite, you are doing a fantastic job as to making your case that you belong in lights. 3 starts in the truck so far, 3 second place finishes. Excellent race from you.
Yeah, it was a good race. I just didn't. It was I just didn't have nothing for Nate on the short run. That's why I got beat last week or the previous race at Richmond. I just didn't have the short run, but when we got to like the mid or in long run, that's when I had. That's why I feel like I could at least match him at least. But once again, he was fast all around. But my goal is to get into top 10 at least, and hopefully make it to the next series. But it sucks to finish second 3 weeks in a row, especially to the same guy. But it's been some good racing though. Congrats to him though.
Well, I will say that everyone in the field, not just you three, but everyone in the field did a fantastic job. 17 trucks are on track, and while there was some dicey moments, people getting into the wall, everyone held on to it. I don't, apart from the 26 and the 68 kind of getting onto it on going on pit road, there was no really major incidents. So, yeah, Elite. Excellent job. Like I said, P2 from you. And I will say that right now, if I'm counting my points correctly, I take this with a grain of salt because I have a habit of saying this. Um, I, I think you will be around the cutoff. So, like around P12, P13 area. So, almost there.
Dang, that's I wasn't expecting that big of a jump. I I was trying to, in terms of the strategy I was trying to do, I was trying to short pit at the end to see how much time I could. I was trying to make lap time because I saw I guess he was running it to the very end, and I thought I was going to come out with a bigger lead in that, but I only had 3 seconds. And once I saw that it was only 3 seconds, I was like, yeah, race over. It's only a matter of time before he ended up catching me.
Well,
He got his fresher tires.
yeah, well, those fresher tires, it's one of those things that you just kind of have to. Uh, well, especially with no cautions, no stages, no guaranteed yellows, you kind of have to really just hope and pray that either your opponent makes a mistake or, I mean, honestly, you just kind of pull something out your butt. But that is what maybe can happen at Charlotte next week. So we will see where you go from here next week. We're going to go into Clay Greenfield. So we're going to go back to P3 here. We have Hunty in a P3 position. Hunty, let's get the cat out of the room right now and just say that there was a little bit of an incident with Broadcaster Clay right there. Thankfully, that didn't slow you down too much, but you did have to kind of collect yourself after that. It looks like you had a very fast truck, though. Take us from your perspective.
I mean, I thought I actually kind of had some speed at the beginning, but then I don't know if I think I just sucked at pit entry. I always lost like 2 seconds on entry, but um, I wasn't like I was kind of the same speed as Elite at least at the beginning of the run, and then like it falls off like around a half a second at the later run. But and then the pit entry thing with that car, I lost about a second doing that one.
So with that, I mean, like, I know exactly how you feel. I suck at pit entry, no matter what track it is. But you have still a P3 out of all this, though, even with the adversity they had to go through. Honestly, Hunty, you're already in to the top 10 right now. So I'm going to ask you the same question that I just asked Elite. Obviously, you want to get out of the trucks as quickly as possible and get into the Xfinity cars, and then hopefully get up into the Cup cars. Currently, right now, you're sitting P5 in the standings, and based on where you finished, looks like you're going to jump into P3. If I'm again counting my points correctly, but I'm notorious at not doing that, so take that with a grain of salt. But it looks like P3 though, setting you up for a really good run into the top 10. We have Charlotte next week. You've won there in the past. Do you think you can replicate it?
Um, no.
Well, I mean, at least you're honest. I will say that.
I don't even. It's the trucks are just so much tighter. I'd probably have to run like a nine there.
Well,
I don't know what to do with trucks.
I'll tell you what. At Dover, I actually run a 8 personally. So I don't know what you guys ran, but I run an 8 here. Um, so that may have also played a factor. Charlotte is going to be a tire wear track, so trucks are notorious for burning out their stuff quickly. So a little bit of a tidbit just for next week. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, Hunty, excellent job from you. P3 from this number 68 Toyota Tundra, and we will see you at Charlotte. Let's see here. Baronet, are you getting tired of these interviews yet? I've made a I made a little bit of a storyline in the beginning of the broadcast, saying that in every race you finished either first or third, yet to finish second here. This is your fourth win of the season, and honestly, again, if I'm counting my points correctly, you are within. You are yeah. No, actually, I know you already are. You could skip 1 week and still have the point lead.
Sweet, right?
I mean, I think so, but I mean, essentially, um, you have been the dominating force here so far in this season. Like I said, finishing either first and third in every single race. Um, I mean, how'd you get it done tonight? Let's start with that.
Well, I heard a lot of people were running a higher preset. I ran a preset 5. So I just let the car coast into the corner, and once I could feel it grip, I just hit the gas again. They were side by side for a couple laps at the beginning. Uh, Eric got clear of them. He started to run me down, but it got as close as 3/10. There was a stretch of a couple laps where he lost my draft, fell back to elite, and then, you know, since everyone had lost time already, no one was really gaining that much. I just kind of locked into a rhythm. I was good in pit entry. I gained a lot of time in the pits. Um, Truck felt great. Wasn't loose, wasn't too tight. It was like snug almost. You know, just it was a good race. It's like another dominant race. I feel like.
Well, and honestly, that's what championships are made of right now. As you have like I said, almost an entire points gap on you and the rest of the field. Charlotte's going to be up next, and like I said, that's going to be a big tire track. Dover is kind of like that as well, but Charlotte very fast, very tire centric. Do you think you have something a piece there for next week?
I think it'll be a little more competitive. This first mile and a half of the season. A lot of seasons been, a super speedway, a road course, and a bunch of short tracks. So definitely more even playing field. So it's about with the no cautions. There's a chance that things can get separated like they did tonight, and it'll be up to whoever saves their tires the best and whoever can, you know, not wreck themselves trying to adjust the car. So I think I have a good shot, but 3 in a row, it's impressive already. Just all I got to do is run the rest of the races, right?
Uh,
I think I can win this championship.
I mean, essentially that's the goal, and of course to get into Xfinity afterwards. So we'll have to see how that's going to go here. But again, excellent job from you right there for not just this race, but so far. You and Hunter actually were both in the All Star. So although I didn't hear from you guys, excellent race there as well. Hopefully that was fun. And I guess technically, since we just had the All Star, Baronet, you actually already lock yourself into next season's All Star. So I guess something to look forward to in season two.
Sweet.
All right. And with that, any final thoughts before we close on out for the night, guys?
Nope.
Good racing with you guys. It was another good race. Congrats, Nate.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Good race, guys.
Well, with that, we're going to close on out for the night. Have a good night, everyone. Next week, next Monday, we are going to be at Charlotte. And then the week after that, we are going to be in for another good race, one of my personal favorites, and that is going to be at Vegas. So 2 mile and a half in a row. So we're going to be seeing how these guys fare on the mile and a half. So have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.